Good
not,
evening,
I'm not mad in
ladies
top
and
10.
gentlemen. Gentlemen and ladies, good evening. I am Styrofoam Rob. This is Cups and the Gang live from the motherfucking hot box. It is an impromptu Saturday smoke sesh. You know we here for game 7 of the motherfucking finals. I got the gang here with me currently in the kitchen whipping my dog El Residente saying Jose representing live in the building with the Mark Mix. You already know how we doing, and my dog, one half of Sports Reports as ordered, 2-5. Mike Will representing live in the motherfucking building. And you know I got my dog on the ones and twos, Ringo Man Dingo, Cactus Jack, DJ, Radical Jack representing live on the ones and twos. Fellas, what's going on, man?
Man, we out here, man. We out here living our
Man,
lives, man.
I wanna put a quick shout out to one of the greatest movie franchises of all time, The Fast and the Furious. Feel how you
Oh
wanna
God,
feel.
no. Oh,
I
so
live my life a quarter mile at a time.
static, 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 static,
Nah, ain't
No
no static, man.
sir, no
Ain't no
sir.
static, man. Fast and the
static,
Furious, one
static,
of the greatest
static,
films ever produced.
Absolutely not.
static,
You
static,
guys are
static,
just
static,
haters.
static,
You guys are haters,
static,
probably because
static,
you guys
static.
aren't gearheads. You're probably not that good at driving, and that's okay.
They're not that good at driving is the problem.
So before we get into the finals, and tonight is a special night because we're gonna be doing a roast of a specific person. Just
Got
wait
you,
for it,
got you.
right? But before we get to that, when did the Fast and the Furious go off the rails?
Fast four.
After Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, so the original version, I mean, the original time the Fast and the Furious jumped off the rails was in Fast and the Furious 4, which is actually just called Fast and Furious. When they are in the beginning, they're driving through Mexico or another country. I don't know. It might not be Mexico,
I think it
but
was
they're
Mexico.
driving and they're like trying to steal gas from a tanker, and the tanker it's rolling down the mountain, and Dom he perfectly times his GNX to and go right underneath it, right at the perfect time, so the tanker doesn't roll over the car. He timed it perfectly. That was the first time that Fast and Furious got fake.
I
Everything else was cool.
I didn't need the
Uh,
second one.
and
All
then
the other one
Well,
was a Black Grand National.
the
yeah, and
only the
then Fast
one of the
Five.
main moments. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say Fast Five is when we started getting like. Actually, no, Fast Five wasn't bad, except for the whole safe, them dragging the safe around the city. That was
Yeah,
the
that was
fakest part of the
pretty.
movie.
Yeah,
Outside of that, the movie was
No,
still legit. And then
are
Fast
we
Six
not
is when
gonna
we
talk
jumped off
about the
the.
scene where The Rock literally
Held a
manhandled a
helicopter.
helicopter with a chain?
That's the one.
That's Hobbs and Shaw. I hate
Oh,
yeah.
that
that was
movie.
I
Hobbs and Shaw.
actually did like Hobbs and Shaw, but
I hate that
I,
movie.
I
I've only
haven't
seen it
watched.
once.
I haven't watched any of the Fast and Furious after Paul Walker.
So yeah, and that's Fast Six. Paul Walker's the last movie is Fast Six, and that's when
I thought it
everybody
was
was
seven
crying. Is it seven?
because I know his
Hold on.
brother played some of it.
You're right. It's
Yeah,
Fast Seven.
that was the
I don't
last one
remember.
that I
I just know
watched,
it's
and
some shit in that
it
movie.
was not because I was like I miss Paul Walker because I don't support pedophiles and stuff. So it wasn't even about that. It was just
Hey,
like
hey, hey, hey.
what what happened?
No disrespect to Brian O'Connor.
Hey, I'm just saying. I ain't talking
I don't know
about
nothing
Brian
about
O'Connor.
I don't know nothing about Paul Walker.
I'm
I don't
talking
know nothing
about
about
the
him.
pedophile that was amongst us.
I don't know
That
nothing
nigga
about
said
him.
Paul Walker.
Mm.
I only know Brian O'Connor, dog. I don't know nothing about Paul Walker.
well, after that, I was just like, after that Fast Seven, I was just like, I can't do no more of this, man.
Come on, buddy.
Like I don't know what I don't like. I got so much life to live and so much time on my hands that I don't want to waste my time watching Dominic Toretto.
Family.
Only for the family, dog.
Hey, look, if you want to
Fuck
disrespect
him
Fast and
and his
Furious, it's
family.
okay. I understand that people don't like the movies anymore because they have gotten a little crazy with 7 through 10. However, for me, I'm a diehard Fast fan, and it's the only movie that really gives me cars, even though they don't really race like that anymore. But
Dog, just watch Cars.
ew, no.
Lightning
Well,
McQueen, bro.
Just watch Lightning
Fast and
McQueen,
the
bro.
You
Furious
want me?
really
Hey,
You
the
know
I
what I'm
ain't gonna lie
saying,
best
to
my
you.
man?
movie in
Shout out
car
to my
film.
man Mater.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. My son, I always put him on Cars 3 because it's the only one where Lightning McQueen has the train wreck and he dies. I'm like, this is cool. Then he's got to go to rehab.
I would probably watch Gone in 60 Seconds before I watch any Fast and Furious movie.
So how many
Gone in
Saws
60
did y'all watch?
Wait, hold on. Gone in 60 Seconds is good.
Yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds is
Don't get me wrong.
movie.
Gone in 60 Seconds is fire.
Yeah.
But Fast and the Furious 1, 2, and 5 are excellent car films. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Actually, everything 1 through 5, you can't say is a bad franchise. If you just stopped at Fast 5, nobody would be able to hate on Fast and Furious. Like, it's a great franchise. It's the stuff after that when you got Tyrese and everybody going to the moon and doing all that.
I mean,
That's
some
what I'm
people,
saying,
some people,
bro,
some
like,
people would argue
they
they
all-
went to the moon more than our astronauts did.
They
did.
lost the plot, bro.
They have.
They lost the plot, bro.
But
There was
that's
no
the thing.
plot.
So
The
the
plot
new
was we
Fast and the
race
Furious
cars.
movies. So the new Fast and the Furious movies, they're saying that they're gonna try to take it back to more street level type of deals.
Well, y'all let me know how that goes because I won't be watching.
Oh,
Yeah,
y'all hear a fun fact? Y'all hear a fun
So
fact?
Fast 10.
What's that?
Oh, go
I've
ahead.
never seen a Fast and Furious movie.
You ain't
Hey,
missing
Rez,
nothing. I
That's
promise
cool. You're
Yeah,
not
blessed man.
you're not cool for that. I don't like it.
you. How many
Hey,
how
man.
many of the Saws did y'all see?
Ooh, I saw all except for I saw all the Saws except for Jigsaw,
Oh, I love Jigsaw.
A
and I
Spiral.
didn't see.
I didn't watch the fucking Chris Rock one. Fuck out of here.
I saw the
I
Chris
that
Rock.
was
That
good.
one,
I didn't
the
watch
Chris Rock
that
one was
either.
good. The
That
Chris
was
Rock
actually
one was
really
good.
good.
Yeah, the Chris
Yeah,
Rock
that
one
was
was good.
good. However, you're not gonna talk about the Fast and the Furious franchise and say you like Saw.
I
That's
Well,
love
a
no,
Saw.
shitty ass franchise.
I was just thinking of another movie that had
I love Saw.
a lot of
Saw
movies.
1 and 2 are great, and then
I
everything
saw the
after
most
that
recent
it
one in
starts
theaters.
going
It was
into
trash.
La La Gore land.
I love Saw.
No, the original Saw is one of my absolute favorite movies.
You know the original Saw didn't go to theaters. A lot of people don't know that.
I
It was a
didn't
B
know that.
movie. Yeah, it was a bootleg movie, and then Saw 2 was the first film to actually go to theaters.
No, when I first saw the first Saw at the very end, when they kind of recapped all the interactions that led to the
It
people
was
getting
great.
like that was some of the best movies I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, the first Saw is an amazing.
I never
film.
seen no damn.
It
Oh,
really
actually, I did
is.
watch Jeepers Creepers once.
I saw Jeepers
So
Creepers when I
Jeepers
was on.
Creepers
I was
1
on
and 2
CQ duty.
are great. Everything else is dog shit.
I didn't see Scream until it was already like 10 years old.
Oh wow.
That's tough.
So Scream 1 and 2 are good. 3 is kind of butt.
I just don't buy
4
Nev
is
Campbell
okay.
as a damsel in distress.
I don't do sequels for the most part.
Well, I don't buy Nev Campbell as an attractive woman, so
But I don't think we asked that question though.
Bong bong, right? Like, damn, okay.
I don't think we asked that question, sir.
That's-
Joe
that's
and Anthony
crazy.
Anderson. I mean,
And
bro,
why?
Scream-
And why must you objectify
Alright,
women
bro,
in
I
this way?
never seen a Scream that was necessarily
Oh,
trash.
Mark Lamont Rez.
Yeah, that was nasty,
Mm.
Rez. Please don't turn into him.
Mm.
Mark Lamont Hill is the worst thing.
Mm.
I'm overly
So, yeah,
smart and I
brother.
love pandering.
Hey, dog.
Before we get to the meat and potatoes of tonight, man, one thing we will be watching is Game 7 of the finals, dog.
For sure.
If the Pacers win this game, who is going to be the MVP?
Pascal Siakam.
I don't think you really want my answer.
TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell.
Yup.
Hey,
You know
I
what
was
I'm saying? Like,
about to say 2-5. Who's the white boy that I like when we
yup.
was watching
No,
that game?
Pascal Siakam's definitely going to win it if that happens. Like, he's going to get the votes. But my finals MVP would be TJ McConnell. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
TJ
he's the
McConnell,
only
he
reason
was
that
going
they're
crazy.
alive in this series right now.
He was going crazy.
You know, he won game 2 for them. I'm sorry, game 3. He won game 3 for them. You know, he's been the one pacer that has been consistent. Now, the thing that hurts him is that he doesn't play a lot of minutes. So I don't know what that would look like if he was playing, 28 minutes a game or whatever the case may be. But for what he's playing, he's the heart of that team. And I said it last night on Sports Reports' Order, without trying to sound disrespectful to TJ McConnell. He's an OKC player that plays for the Pacers.
It is. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, like he would fit in so perfectly with OKC. Like, so he's beating OKC with their own medicine.
It's true. It's true. So I have a question. If Pascal Siakam wins the Finals MVP, after winning the Eastern Conference MVP, would we say he's the Jalen Brown of his team?
No,
Okay.
Nigga,
no,
Mike
because I
Woodson,
think
that's
it's
his boy,
debatable.
bro. He's still young.
Well, no, I think it's debatable if he's better than Halliburton or not.
Wait,
I think,
who?
Pascal.
Pascal Siakam.
I
He
think
is better, ain't he?
you know, I think that Tyrese is better, but the problem is that Halliburton doesn't always play aggressive. And, you know, he doesn't always look to score, so I don't think people view him through that type of lens.
Somebody I know would say, can we even say he's a superstar if he's not looking to score first?
Dog.
He is not a superstar.
That's valid though.
No,
It's
it's
not
not.
valid, though.
It's
It's
not
not valid,
valid at
though.
all.
Not valid though.
No, what I didn't want to happen was if OKC wins, because you know Cups likes to play. I know you are, but what am I? You know what I'm saying? Cups likes to play. You started it, so like, so if OKC wins tomorrow and SGA gets that Finals MVP, Cups is going to say, "Well, why didn't J Dub get it? Y'all gave it to Jalen Brown."
Because J Dub isn't the
No,
Jalen Brown.
bro, he won the jump. He won the jump. He been putting up like 30. Like
He did that once. SGA is averaging 31. SGA is averaging 6 more points than him.
Dog. If SGA loses this series, I think you know what? I actually think it's very possible that SGA might become a bigger star by losing this series than by winning it.
So let me go to wrestling for a second.
Go to wrestling.
Just for a quick second.
Go to wrestling.
So you know, back in the Attitude Era,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like
Big D Generation X.
it was always about Stone Cold Steve Austin
Oh,
pursuing the title. You know, like having to get through McMahon's obstacles, you know, getting screwed over, so on and so forth. But as the champion, it was just kind of like, oh, he's just gonna beat everybody. And I think that's where we are with SGA. Like if they lose tomorrow, next season becomes a redemption arc.
yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So now next year, because this year people weren't following like, oh, they better do it this year. Next year, if they lose, it's like when the Heat got LeBron and then they lost that first season. Now it's now we really got to pay attention to see what happens here.
Prisoner
Wait,
of
for
the
what
moment,
team?
Michael. Prisoner of the moment.
Mm.
Prisoner of the moment.
Did
Rick
Greg
Carlisle, the
Popovich
best
die?
coach ever.
Did
Well,
Greg Popovich-
Mike's not Team Popovich at all.
That's crazy.
You don't have to be Team Popovich to know that he's still him.
Timothy.
Well, so
Him
like this
and
is,
my boy Phil Jackson. Is that-
Timmy Hinchman.
so I'm gonna say what I've always been saying since the playoffs started. OKC has no excuse. You know what I mean? If they lose tomorrow, like I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear any of that young stuff. You know, they won 3 series on the way here. They're not young anymore.
I
You
agree.
know,
Right.
you know what I mean? And not only that, but you won 68 games. But what's going to happen is if they lose tomorrow, it's going to invalidate their whole season to a whole lot of people.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's right either. You know what I mean? But it just kind of comes with the territory.
Right. No, I agree.
Like that
I
would be
agree.
that would
Is it
almost
though?
be ring
When we-
culture.
But absolutely is ring culture.
Damn, he really could have killed him.
It really
You
is
know,
ring culture. Like it's
I
absolutely
think,
ring culture.
but I think the Pacers are kind of caught up in a certain way because you know what I mean. OKC has won every game this playoffs that they lost the previous game. It's at OKC, and you know Tyrese Halliburton to a certain degree had a bigger Willis Reed moment, but the original Willis Reed moment happened in Game 7. You know what I mean? So you're telling Halliburton to do it again. And this is what I hate about the NBA and why I know that I can't be a head coach because I'm too smart. Because, you know, like for example, last year when the Knicks and Sixers played each other and Joel Embiid was coming off the knee injury and all that, it's like, why are y'all not attacking him? Why are you not double teaming him? Why are you not making him chase you? So knowing that Halliburton had a hurt calf on Thursday, why didn't y'all force him to defend and move laterally to show he can do it?
Mm, I don't know.
Because that's coaching, right? Taking advantage of the mismatch.
That's what coaching is, my guy.
You know what I'm saying? The mismatch is this dude is barely walking. Like he got the horse tranquilizer in him.
I don't.
And it got to wear off.
I don't know what happened. That was just a really despicable display of effort the other night. Like I don't even know what happened. I don't know if they got out game plan the other night. That was just nasty. And I honestly, I really hope, like they're playing with fire.
They are.
They are playing with fire. Like they're like I don't know. That wasn't smart. If it's me, I'm like, let's go out there and shut this down right now. Give them no hope for the future.
Right. Right. And
And they're
you know,
like, nah.
so
We just go
so you
to
got you know, this is the first game 7 since the 3-1 comeback,
okay,
you know, in the
okay,
NBA finals. You know what I
okay.
mean? So we got something on our side that shows, hey, don't count out this road team.
Yep. And that's the thing about the Pacers. Like every time you think they're done, they do something that says, nope, not yet. We ain't dead yet.
Yeah, it would be so fitting for OKC to jump out by 17 or 18 tomorrow, and then it comes down to a Halley shot. That would be
That would be
so.
interesting.
Yeah, that would be such a relevant, apropos ending to this season with the way that the playoffs have gone.
Yeah, I agree.
You
I
know what
agree
I'm saying?
totally. Who that? Oh
Mike
my
in the building, OVO in the house.
skirt.
What up, though?
You know what I'm
What up,
saying?
though?
I
So,
just
Michael
so
finished eating
Mike,
this first steak too.
all right, let me ask you a question, Mike, since you pulled up. So let's say the Pacers pull this off tomorrow.
Yes,
What is Cowboy Mike's reaction to OKC tomorrow?
they had a great season. Um, I think they just got beat by a better team. I think that I like
Yeah,
Jalen Williams. I think Jalen Williams did a good job this series. I think Chet Holmgren take his game to another level. I just don't think Harkenstein. He played well defensively. It's like him and Turner kind of cancel each other out. I just don't. I like. I don't know. Like I think they had to let one of those guys go between Wiggins, Wallace, Dort, or Caruso. I think it's like I've noticed in each series, it's either Wiggins shows up or Dort shows up or Caruso. It's like they don't have any consistent bench guys. Like I think all those guys play a role, but I think they have to define like one guy should play majority of the minutes. Kind of like how Neesmith is. Like he comes in and like he's taking a lot of minutes. I think Mather won't be there next year because him and Mather kind of battle. Like they kind of do the same things. So I think that they had a great season. I think SGA played really well. Jalen Williams played really well. Chet took his game to another level, but I just think they got beat by a better team. I think Pascal's had a really good playoffs. But the Pacers win when Halley plays well. So I seen Pascal just take a lot of bad shots. He's made a lot of crazy shots, a lot of just like really good plays defensively. So if they did give it to him, I wouldn't be mad. As far as the final MVP, but again, I think Rick Carlisle's done a hell of a job inserting T.J. McConnell more, playing Obi Toppin more. Like I just think they rose to the occasion. I think that OKC has done what they've done all year. I think the Pacers have gotten better each game in the series. Without was it game 6, I believe. I think Rick got our coach. He got our coach big time. But I think again they made the adjustment.
Oh, you
They
talking about
picked
game 5? Game 5.
game 5. Yes, they made the adjustment. You know what I'm saying? In game 6, like they made Jalen Williams a passer, which I said in the beginning of the whole jump. I knew they would. They trapped SGA and him on the box. So they played like similar to how Boston played LeBron in that series. Like they kind of just never let him turn a corner. Early on, I think Jalen Williams was killing him on the baseline, but then they rectified it at the halftime.
Well,
And
I think. Oh, my bad.
I was gonna say I feel like they played well. They played better offensively because they were at home too, and they got all the balls.
Indiana.
All of them.
I think Indiana still has an ace in their pocket too because they weren't really forced. Because what I was expecting in Game 6 was Indiana was going to play a lot of zone.
Same here.
But they didn't really have to. So that's still
Nope.
something that they have in their back pocket for tomorrow. And then when I looked at the series as a whole, back in game 1 or 2, I was talking about why aren't OKC screening J-Dub and SGA off of each other.
Agreed.
And then in game 6, they went right back to not doing that, even though it
Yeah.
worked great in game 5. So, Cups, if Indiana wins this game tomorrow, what's your reaction to OKC?
Same thing, man. I feel like I'm not gonna say they've been sensationalized, bro, but I feel like with the season that SGA has been having, and rightfully so, because like I said, I'm not saying that they've been sensationalized. A lot of their players are first team defense, second team defense. You know what I'm saying? SGA what made an all defensive team, I think. Like these guys are really good, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's they really are who they are, who I thought they were. You know, and the East is really I'm not gonna say it's watered down, bro, but Miami got blew up. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee was hurt, Boston was hurt. Like this was really, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think this was the best that the East had to offer. So I just hope that OKC can pull it out and put a magical cap on the season that SGA had. Because without that actual championship, I mean, it's just a lot of
I ain't
fan
gonna
fare.
lie to you, dog. I told you I had never seen any of these niggas play before, and 2-5 my witness. I was not impressed by SGA in any capacity.
Well, I was going to say. Well, I was going to ask you. How does I mean, I'm not using the excuse of them being young, but factually speaking, they are young. So, how does for the purposes of this question, they're young. How does a young team overcome that pressure of you had this season, you gotta win this game, or else you're going to be viewed as a failure? Like, is that something that you think that a young team can navigate through?
I don't think it's as prominent as it used to be, or maybe prevalent might be a better word. But I just think that I think that the fact that we have social media and these dudes have been in the news in some sort of capacity since they were kids, like I don't think that pressure is like that anymore when you're young. You know what I mean? Like you're here now, you've won multiple games, you're at a game 7, you know you can win. So I don't want to hear about the pressure was too much for them.
Okay.
Like they know where they're at. Either
Okay.
deliver or don't. But don't get that don't lose and then be like, well, we're young. You know, I don't want the coach to come out. You know, my guys are young, and you know the moment was a little too big. Nah.
So let's reverse course for a second. You there, Rez? All right, he might not be there. So let's reverse course for a second.
Pitching.
If OKC wins tomorrow, what is our reaction to Indiana?
I'm gonna text what's his name and make sure he knows that Halliburton ain't no superstar. Stop saying it.
Yeah, for sure. That's going. Lethal got to be the first person we ask that.
Yeah. So I kind of know where you going, Cups, because you brought up the whole, hey, yo, I don't even know if Indiana's the best that the East had to offer anyway. So I guess it would just be status quo. But Mike, what do you say about Indiana if they lose tomorrow?
I think Indiana, this part, they only shot at win the championship. I think the team is going to look way different next year. So if they don't get it done this year, I don't see Miles Turner resigning. I don't see Matherin being there. I don't see T.J. McConnell being there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that.
So real quick. I mean, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but obviously, since you said that, so what team would you have as the East favorite next year? Then
I probably would have the Knicks.
Okay.
I think Boston probably might take a step back. We don't know what's happening with Giannis. Philly. I think Philly will be back. I think my Bulls will be there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I feel. I mean, we get Kuminga. I'm telling you, if we get Kuminga, niggas is in trouble. If we keep Vucevic, we're gonna be all right. But I think we draft Queen, we get Kuminga, niggas is in trouble.
You hear this?
I don't see.
Shout out to Kobe White, bro. Shout out to Kobe
Hey,
White.
that's how I feel. I feel strongly about the Kobe White, Giddey, Mazelis. I feel strongly about our roster. You know what I'm saying? I think the Heat have taken a step back. I think they're not going to have enough to make a move to get KD or anything. I don't think they are in the sweepstakes. Especially if Giannis leaves, would I hurt Dame? He gonna milk this shit. Like who? I mean, who else is left? That's a real contender that you look at.
Well, I mean, you got those boys up in Motown, right?
I do like Detroit.
You know what I'm saying? Orlando went out and got T-Rex.
Journey.
You know what I mean?
But
So
will
like,
they be? I think Orlando will probably be
Feed the
there, but will
dog.
they be able to?
Give him some water.
Again, I don't think we beat Orlando ass every time we play them. It's like the Vucevic revenge game. So like,
but this is the thing though. Y'all being disrespectful as fuck because I ain't heard no Cleveland.
yeah, I don't think Cleveland. Again, I
I
don't
don't
think
believe in
Cleveland
Donovan
will
Mitchell.
maintain their roster. I think they're gonna lose a lot of guys too in the offseason. You already heard of Coral and them on the trade block. Him and Wade are on the trade block, and then you're probably gonna lose Garland.
But I
You
think that losing Garland is addition by subtraction.
could be. Depends on who they bring in.
You know,
You might
because
lose Jared Allen on some real shit. Like,
well, yeah, you could lose him definitely.
you know what I'm saying? So
But I think
I
that
can see this shit getting wide open. Real talk.
But I think Garland and Mitchell is like Steph and Monte. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is like they're just too small in the backcourt because you need them both to just electrify every night just to have a chance when it comes to the playoffs.
definitely.
And like I was saying earlier in the season when I picked Indiana to beat them back in February, it was because my thought was Donovan Mitchell is going to give you an 8 for 24. Darius Garland is going to give you a 6 for 20. You just got to hope that they don't happen on the same night, but too often they do happen on the same night.
100%. You definitely did it for sure.
So
Yeah.
that's why I
And
don't
they were
believe.
hurt though. Like, so that was the thing I didn't expect. I remember the whispers before. Like, I was telling niggas like, "Yo, Darius Garland is really hurt. He probably won't play game one." And it wasn't being reported he had a hurt toe. But I actually, said back in the day, I followed Cleveland's like team, just getting source news and shit. So this shit popped up my feed. I was looking like, "What? Darius Garland got a hurt toe?"
Well, then we got to figure out who the Knicks coach is too.
The Knicks will be fine. I think they're probably gonna bring in a young assistant, or they might just make Rick the coach.
Jesus Christ! So
He already acting like the coach anyway. So I mean, shit. Why not make him the coach?
So Rez, what's your reaction to OKC as a whole if they lose tomorrow?
If OKC loses, man, clock starts for next year immediately. They're still a very young team. They still got a real shot to put together a real run. They are the better team in this series, and they should, if they go home, they should be look back at a couple games. Game one, they let game one get away that they shouldn't have lost. And there's no reason why they should have lost game six. None. I don't care that you put on your hard hat and you close it out. That's
Well,
just
that's
what to
why
do
I
in that
feel
game.
They
like
got all the calls,
well,
and
well,
then they
that's
got all
why
the calls.
well, that's why I feel like I gotta pick OKC tomorrow because, like earlier in this series, before we got to this point, it should have been a sweep.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because Halliburton hit that shot in game one. In game three, TJ McConnell became Finals MVP. You know what I mean? Like, and then the other night they just didn't show up. So like
They
at
just
worst they win the
didn't
series in
show
5. You know what I mean? If a couple of like they're literally 4 to 5 minutes away from sweeping this series. So
Well, that's what I kind of mean. It's like, okay, you got SGA, you got Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams is playing above himself. Chet is playing really well. But like again, who's the next guy? You got Indiana. They got Neesmith, they got Halliburton, they got Pascal, they got Nimhard. Those guys are better than OKC guys. You have a mixture of guys that come off the bench, like I mentioned earlier. But are they better than Mather? Are they better than Obi Toppin? Are they better than TJ McConnell or Bradley come off the bench? I don't think so. I don't think OKC has a better roster than them.
Yeah, but Nimhard will take himself out the game, bro. 36 minutes and 4 points, bro.
Can I give you one of my stats real quick?
Go for it.
So in this series, we're at game 7. So 3 games at Indiana, 3 games in Oklahoma City. The 3 games in Oklahoma City, the Thunder have hit 39 3-pointers total. The games in Indiana, 21. So
that's different.
So what that tells me is I expect some Aaron Wiggins and Cason Wallace tomorrow.
Agreed. But will they have a crazy game like they've been having? Like when they having these big games, they're having these, like Caruso having 20-point scoring games, Wiggins having a 15-point. Like you're banking on that. I don't think that's going to happen again, personally.
I don't know because I saw OKC win a game in this series when they went 3 for 17 from 3.
Yeah, like, even like Lou Dort, he'll go off and hit 4 or 5 threes. Like to me, I think they have to let one of those guys go, and you have to again, this is about distraction, and find a guy who's really going to be consistent. Come off that bench.
Well, you know what
I think that's been the issue.
Well, I think that, and I've brought this up a few times. I think Nikola Topic is the answer because
Yeah,
then you don't need SGA and J Dub to necessarily control the ball as much.
100. You had definitely said his name a bunch of times, and I don't think anybody even know who he is.
I've never heard this person in my life.
No, he got drafted last year. He was like one of the top, thought to be one of the top prospects in the draft.
Yeah, I remember his little tape they put out there,
Yeah.
the preview at the draft. I was like, okay, yeah, he definitely got some upside
Yeah,
for sure, but I haven't seen him play.
he's
You
a
know what
true
I'm saying
point
on the court
guard.
yet.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what they need. So all right. So real quick before we wrap up the basketball, I gotta ask the question: where does Kevin Durant play next season?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Boy, man.
Sucks.
Hey,
It
we
sucks
just
he
need to
doesn't
do our
want to play
job.
with
That's
Anthony
all.
Edwards,
That nigga's
but he's
trash,
probably
man.
going to end up being a Knickerbocker.
Okay,
I can see him
Knickerbocker.
with the Knicks. I can see him with Minnesota.
Even though he can't decide where he wants to be traded, but he says he doesn't want to play in Minnesota.
Could he be a Phoenix Sun next year?
Yuck.
No,
If you
I think
if
that
you
ship
love
is
it,
sailed.
if you love relative obscurity, go for it.
Well, I'm just thinking of it from the standpoint of, NBA players are very good at cutting their team's leverage at the knees because
Nap Nation said he'll be on the sofa.
yeah, he did say that because
Damn. Not the
because
so.
all Kevin Durant has to say is like, okay, KD, we're working out a deal with Minnesota. All he has to say is, I'm not going to sign an extension. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
not going to, and you're going to get nothing for him. So is it a possibility that he starts the season in Phoenix and then gets traded towards the deadline?
Mid-year, I can see that. I mean, I don't know.
That
I don't
seems
think a lot of.
need,
I don't
yeah.
think KD fits on a lot of these teams personally. I just think that he's older. He's and more injured. He's slower. He still can score. Like I watched him play a lot last year. He still can score with the best of them.
But
But
And he
him
still
as being
shot
like
50 from the
focal
floor.
point,
that's the thing. I think his
it's
game
like
fits
no.
on any team.
He
I don't
still
know,
shot
man.
27. He still averaged, I think, 26 or 27.
Yeah,
But
he
did y'all
averaged
watch
3
him
from the
play
floor.
though, bro? He doesn't. I'm gonna tell you, he has a lot more turnovers than he used to too. It's like he can't handle the ball no more. It's like he can't go past guys anymore. The pull up is still crazy, but that's the reason why the finish shit didn't work because he was playing exactly like Bradley Beal. They're the same player.
Well, that
It's
ball
like
is going a long way down off of that dribble. Pause.
he's getting to the point where he's like Carmelo to me. Like the ball just stops. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got three guys that just want to play one-on-one basketball. So now if he goes back to that type of style where he was playing on Golden State, where he just kind of play on the weak side, and then whenever his numbers call, he just kind of activate. Cool, but he was trying to bring the ball on the court. That shit was just looking disgusting, dog.
You would also need to commit to playing the type of defense he played in Golden State.
That too.
Which I don't know if he's capable of at this
I
point.
don't think he is. Not at this point. I think it'll wear him down.
But
Defense is a will thing,
plead,
man.
But I will plead, don't do it, Houston. Don't do it.
Quick little jump, Cowboy Mike. Man, we was talking about Chicago earlier, bro.
The Bulls?
Just humor me real quick.
Okay.
Can you name 8 PGs in the game right now that you would take over Kobe White?
Yes, all the ones that start.
That's tough.
I mean, Kobe White can play though. Don't get it fucked up, dog. Kobe White can play. I mean, am I just naming guys, or are you saying me personally? Because I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't
you personally.
I don't think. I don't think you said 10 guys, 8 guys.
8.
I don't think it's 8 guys better than Kobe White.
I don't think so either. I was trying to name it myself.
No, I mean I got humor.
Like straight point guards. Like straight
yeah,
point
we got
guards.
Brunson. We got Trey. I take Brunson. I would take Ice Tray.
LaMelo?
No.
Okay.
I like LaMelo a lot.
I did
I'm
that
not
on
taking LaMelo.
purpose because I knew you would say no. I did that on purpose.
Yeah, I'm not taking LaMelo over Kobe White. Hell no. I watched them niggas play.
Get him, Cups.
I watched them play. I watched them play against each other. Like Kobe White is a way better player than LaMelo Ball.
Lethal threw in Cade Cunningham.
No, I'm taking Kobe White.
Tyrese?
Is Cade a point guard?
I'm not taking Halliburton over him either.
Point guard, yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking.
I think Kobe White upside as a shooter is better than a lot of those guys.
Alexa, turn thermostat.
Are you
73.
taking DeJounte Murray over Kobe White?
Dante
No.
Murray. No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Luca.
Yes.
You got to take
I think
Luca,
Luka,
right?
yes. I think Luka, yes. I take Luka over him, yes.
Are
What's
you
De'Aaron
taking
Fox?
De'Aaron Fox?
That's
No.
that was my one.
No. I like De'Aaron Fox a
Mm.
lot. No. I've seen
That's
Kobe White
tough.
grow. I mean, Paul, that's crazy. But I've seen him basically become a better player every single year. He really should have won Most Improved Player. So again, you asking a Bulls fan, somebody that's watched him, we drafted him. No, I think he should stay. I think they should sign him to another extension because he earned it. He plays good defense. He plays a good team basketball. He moves the basketball and he can shoot. Good at the free throw line. Truly a general.
Van Vliet.
Better than Van Vliet.
So he's better than Darius Garland.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
So he's better than Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony.
Of course.
Yes, I agree with
Cole
you.
Anthony should be in the NBA. Cole Anthony should not be nowhere near the NBA.
I'm dead.
He shouldn't be in the G
Dang.
League.
So
If
he's better than
his dad wasn't Greg Anthony, he wouldn't be in the league, bro. No bullshit.
Is he better than John Morant?
No. I probably would take Job now.
I think I would take Kobe White over Ja at this point.
Would you
Just-
take
Just because
go ahead.
availability is a big thing for me.
work?
Number one ability is availability.
I can dig
Would
it.
you take Tyler Hero?
Hell no. Fuck no.
Dog, Tyler Hero.
No disrespect to Kentucky. I'm just hell no.
Dog.
Scoot
Don't
Henderson.
get me started on Tyler. Hero.
No.
Shout out to Scoot Henderson. Anthony
Scoot-
Simmons.
Scoot should be in the G League as well.
Yo,
No.
Anthony Simons needs to be a starting point guard on a better team.
He definitely does. Now I would take Anthony Simons now. Shit.
That's who I wanted Orlando to get. I wanted Orlando
Dog,
to get
Anthony,
Anthony
bro,
Simons.
people that don't watch basketball, that don't watch Portland, Anthony Simons is a bona fide. He might be like a
Stud.
little bit worse than Devin Booker. He's up there.
He
though.
might be a bigger stud than Tyler Perry himself.
Oh
Jesus.
damn.
Dang.
Jesus.
It's somebody
Okay.
that you'll take. So you would take Kobe
What
White
about
over Peyton Pritchard?
Kyrie?
Man, that's tough. That's a tough one right there. I'll probably take Kyrie over Kobe. Yeah, I'll take Kyrie.
And you would take Kobe White over Peyton Pritchard.
Yes.
That's
Stop
tough.
it, Cups.
And I like Pritchard though. A lot. But no.
Stop
I'm
that.
taking
Cups.
Kobe White over. I'm taking Kobe White over Pritchard for sure.
Jesus.
the hell
Pritchard
was
don't play
that,
no defense.
Okay, let me ask you this, Mike. So even though it's a little bit different, would you take Kobe White over Derek White?
Mm.
Mm.
The Olympian, the gold medal Olympian, Derek White,
Man, that's a tough one. I ain't gonna hold you.
got more minutes in Paris than his
Now, I
team
probably
leader.
would take Derek White. Derek White is like one of my favorite players in the NBA now.
Derek
kidding
White's
me?
fired up.
Shout out to Derek
Like
White.
Derek White, he that nigga for sure.
Oh, you like Derek White now, Cups? I heard you shouting him out just now.
D White, you know what I'm saying? Shout out D White.
Is Derek White on Boston when the season starts?
Could be. He
Unless we
better
get a
be.
haul. Unless we get
Y'all
a
see
haul.
that? Hold up.
He better
Y'all see
be,
that?
goddamn.
Oh, the
Shit.
lobster.
Unless we get a
Y'all-
King's
y'all
ransom.
see it? What you got
Nah.
there?
I see the lobster.
The lobster bisque?
No,
Oh,
I'm doing lobster rolls, bro.
Okay,
so
respect.
so you boiled them up and then now you cutting them down.
Gotta get that
steamed them,
sauce.
steamed them. Yeah. Then chop them. Put them
Oh,
in
you
the,
steamed them with you didn't season them up.
Yeah, no. Season them in the steam in the water.
So, all right, so
Okay.
Mike, since we got the NBA draft next
You
week,
gotta yell at me.
Let's go.
are you keeping Kobe White or are you taking Dylan Harper?
I'm drafting Derek Queen.
Mm.
That's just where it stops.
There we
huh?
go. There we
And
go.
that's it.
Like no
That's it.
Malawat, huh?
I'm cool with Malawat. Malawat he can go anywhere else. I'm cool. If we do
Hey,
draft him,
Cups,
oh
what are
well.
you doing?
Stay in America, Malawash.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm not high on him like that. I don't think. Again, I think he might fit our team, but I would take motherfucking Rudy Gobert at this point, bro. We have no defense at all. Zero. Like Vucevic cannot play defense at all.
That's tough, bro.
At all, bro. I'm telling you. So like anybody that gets Vucevic, bro, he don't even try to play defense. Like, look at the block shots he had this year. He probably have no block shots this year. Like, probably very minimal.
It's Porzingis on Boston when the season starts.
Yes,
It's a good
real
question.
I
questions.
hope not.
Good
I don't
question.
want to see him. I don't want to see him out there doing any more than he has to.
I think he's done enough. I think he need to take a year off and figure out
You know,
medically is he okay.
hey dog, they need Porzingis back to be ready for that big run from Jalen Brown for that MVP, man. That
Bruh.
Cups is gonna support.
He's gonna miss significant time.
That Cups is gonna support.
Bro, could you imagine being in a world having to coexist with Cups if
Dog,
Jalen Brown was the winner MVP before
dog.
Jason
I
Tatum?
I wanna I wanna see it so bad. I wanna see it so bad, dog. It'll make me so happy.
Bruh.
Like
If
It'll
Cups
make
if
me
will
so
literally
happy.
come on
if
here and be
Jalen
like, "That
Brown
is
if
the
Jalen
most
Brown
illegitimate MVP in history."
I
if
mean, come
Jalen
on,
Brown
man.
won
Come
a
on.
regular
Come
season
on.
MVP, that must mean we are a champion. We are a Uber championship caliber team.
Cause like, come on, man. What do you
Y'all might be
mean?
the next dynasty if he
What
win.
do
If he
you
win MVP, I
mean?
ain't gonna
If
hold
he
you.
if he win an MVP, that means we are a championship. It's
Yes, ma'am.
already written.
It's a win-win in
Yes,
my
ma'am.
opinion. Like I don't think Cubs
Yes,
just
ma'am.
likes Jalen Brown.
If we that
Yes,
good,
ma'am.
wow.
Oh, I got one for you, Mike.
Looking
Last
out.
one. Last
Yeah.
one. Would you take Kobe White
Okay.
or Tyrese Maxey?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a tough
Choose
one right there.
wisely.
Very tough. I ain't gonna hold you. Very tough. Man, I like Tyrese Maxey.
You know,
Mm,
UK.
mm. I probably take Tyrese Maxey over Kobe White.
Okay.
I
That
think
was
his
a tough
upside though.
one.
I think Tyrese Maxey like he has a tremendous upside. I
Well, I,
think
wo-
Philly's gonna be a real issue next year.
well,
I really do.
I wonder if Jarrett McCain kind of makes Tyrese like if it puts them on the clock of we might need to move him and get other stuff.
I don't know.
Mayonnaise.
I mean, I don't think they have anything other than those two at this point. I mean, Embiid may come back healthy. You keep Kelly Oubre. I mean, you got the kid from overseas. I forgot his name. I think. Um, yes, I don't even know how to pronounce that.
The African dude,
Yeah, the African dude who don't Braun. Yeah, like it's crazy. Like,
Yasule or something like that.
yeah, I grew up like watching him and like betting on him, like playing overseas and shit. I'm like, this nigga is really nice. So I was shocked when he came to the NBA. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't know if this one count. I'm sorry I keep him and D Jones, my Cowboy Mike, but I just gotta know, man. Would you take Kobe White
Okay.
over Malik Monk?
Yes, I like Malik Monk too, but yeah, I'm taking Kobe White.
Oh
That's
man.
tough.
Because White
That's
does not.
tough.
Malik Monk does not like consistent enough for me. Like he'll come out and have like 11 assists and then come back and have two, but then score 19 points. You'd be like, damn, bro, like he can't put
Uh,
both of them together. You know what I'm saying? I
no,
think
I
I
feel,
think
I
he get
feel
a
that.
rub because he don't start. So
Okay.
I think I
All
think
right.
no, I
Well,
think
you
I'll
know
go back.
what? I think we've reached
Yeah.
that point. You know, take it away, Cups.
So look, fellas,
It's
shout out to my
time.
dog. Shout out to my dog, Cactus Jack, man.
It's time.
It is time,
Nah,
dog.
it's not time yet because this
You
truck
know what I'm
just
saying?
drove
The
by
number
my
one
house.
Matthew McConaughey fan in the world.
No, hold on. I
No, this
gotta
this
give
this
me
ain't
give
even
me
that,
like
man.
5 minutes because this truck just drove by my house twice, and this dude, he had his window down. He was looking at my daughter weird, and I slapped the fuck out of people. So hold on.
No, this ain't even
Well,
that. While he doing that, I'll make the introduction, man. Cowboy Mike, man. Shout out to my dog, Cowboy
whipping
Mike.
him.
Have you seen the new Straw movie, Cowboy Mike?
Mm.
how about watched it? Come on, man.
Oh,
Three
Mm.
I
or
didn't.
four times, right, Mike?
Never. I watched that shit one time and was like, nigga, what the fuck?
Wow. I
Mm.
never even heard of it until the JBP was talking about it.
Mm.
I mean, are we giving breakdowns or what we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Shout
the
out.
Tyler Perry roast. Welcome, everybody.
This is the official roast of Perry.
I'm never
Okay.
watching that movie.
Yeah, don't
Mm.
watch that shit. I mean, to me personally, well, one, I feel like it was inspired by another movie that already came out about like I think it was like a veteran who had a episode in the bank and they end up killing this dude. That's a movie already came out before. Like it was
Mhm.
inspired by it, and he kind of just took that kind of
Mhm.
mental health perspective and women, and it was just totally like the acting was ass. I think Taraji was overacting the whole movie. I think that all this nigga do is talk shit about like black men don't talk to black women like that, bro. Like
Bro,
that,
the
and
way that the store manager was talking to her,
bruh,
bro, like, hey,
that shit was
gang,
outrageous. My lady was like, "What the fuck is wrong with this dude?" Like,
bro. It's
it
so
was insane,
unbelievable. Like it's
bro. It
so
was
unbelievable.
unbelievable, fam. Like nobody talks to nobody like that on the workforce, bro. Like that's an HR job
Mm.
immediately. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Like
bro,
for that shit even to hit Netflix, it's like, what the fuck is y'all doing as a culture that you would think that was okay to put a movie out like that?
no bullshit though.
All right.
I don't know. I haven't watched, like I said, I haven't watched that Tyler Perry movie since The Family That Prays. You know what I'm saying?
Daddy's little girls, man.
Lethal,
I tell you, Daddy's little
Nat
girls the
Town in
one.
the building.
Yo,
You
what
know,
Daddy's
up?
little girls the one.
Yeah,
nah,
there's a girl that's definitely the one for sure.
Daddy's little girls is the one, dog.
yeah, I still haven't seen that. Lindsay's been trying to get me to watch it. I ain't commit yet, but
Dog.
Oh, it's a really good movie, brother. Seriously.
That movie,
I
dog.
actually heard the one. I think it's fairly recent with Kelly Rowland. I heard that one was actually pretty good.
Mea Culpa.
Yeah,
But
I haven't watched it.
I thought this Straw movie was pretty decent though. I ain't gonna will, bro. I'm not like a huge Tyler fan. Like I enjoyed a few of his decent films. You know what I'm saying? Diary of a Mad Black Woman was one of mine. Daddy's Little Girl was one of mine also. You know what I'm saying? But this joint was decent, bro. I ain't gonna will, bro. I
what you
had a
like
couple
about it,
little
Lethal?
I actually had a moment where I actually almost had real tears coming down my
Like a
eyes, bro.
baby. He was like
Mm.
a baby
Not like the
watching
note
this.
not like the Notebook where they officially ran down, but you know the water pool that builds up that you be like you trying
Yeah,
to hold
like
that.
that time you came on here singing Jodeci Forever, My Lady.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But no, that joint, far as how
Up over that job.
Taj did her acting, bro, was by far a chef's kiss. She played that role beautifully, bro.
Oh, you saying that like you trying to get Taraji number or something?
You trying to get her back? You trying to get Taraji back?
Nah, but
Is
I just felt
Taraji the
like
lady?
I felt like she really played that role with a chef's kiss, bro.
So, all right, so real quick before we get into the roast part of this, I'll just ask since I don't really watch Tyler Perry movies. So, what do y'all think? What would you say is the best Tyler Perry movie, and what would you say is the worst Tyler Perry movie?
That's tough, bro.
I haven't seen a whole bunch of Tyler Perry movies. So the thing for me, I've only seen Why They Get Married 1 and 2, The Tie That Binds, no, The Family That Prays, not The Tie That Binds, The Family That Prays, and Daddy's Little Girls. All of those are actually really good movies.
Which one is it where he do the one when it's the two sisters, one play grip ball and one dates the bus driver, ends up marrying with the bus driver. Y'all seen? I forgot the name of that one.
What the bus driver? That was the one with the guy. The lady worked on the guy worked on the construction site too, right? Where she had the baby for the white man.
That was the family that prayed.
That's Family That
Yeah.
Prays. That's
Okay.
Family That Prays.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Who was the
probably the
bus
best
driver in
one
that
in my
joint? They
opinion.
was construction workers.
No,
Yeah, he was a
I'm thinking
construction
about the
worker.
one. I'm thinking about the one with the bus driver.
Was the bus
where-
driver the dude
Well,
with the
Family That Praise
cornrows?
had Sanaa Lathan.
The bus driver,
Yeah.
I think that's the dude with the cornrows, bro. You might be thinking about
Yeah, that's the one with the cornrows.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
one. You talk
him.
about. You talk about.
That
That's one.
one. Yeah.
Shamar Moore.
Shamar Moore.
Shamar
Oh,
Moore's in that
that's
one.
Diary of a Black Woman, right?
I didn't see
Yeah.
that one.
No, I don't. Is
Or
that
Mad
Diary?
Woman, or
I
whatever
don't
it
think
was
that was
called.
Diary. I don't think that was Diary. Was that Diary?
I think
I
it
don't
was,
think
bro.
that.
I haven't
Diary of a
seen
Mad
that.
Black
And
Woman.
her husband was paralyzed.
Yeah. So that was Diary of Mad Black.
I
Yeah.
only watch movies with happy black women.
Okay.
Word.
Well, see,
That's my
that's the thing
rule.
with Tyler Perry, bro. I felt like he always tried to like make the black man seem like
Happy
we ain't shit,
Queens.
and then the black females they got all this like power to the women all the time. Goddamn, black women go through
Well, what do
so
you
much in
expect from a dude that like thick men?
relationships.
Oh
No,
damn.
no funny, no Diddy. That was all Perry. We're
Yeah,
gonna
my
have to
nigga
start
like
saying
thick
no
men
Perry
is
soon.
crazy, dog.
We're gonna have to start saying no Perry soon. No Perry.
No Perry, I like No Perry. That's
No
funny.
We're not
Perry.
saying no
Did
Perry.
y'all see those text messages or hear about those text messages?
Oh
Yeah,
my
that shit was
god.
egregious, my nigga. Egregious.
Egregious.
Niggas be frisky as fuck on text messages, though. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Hey, tell
Nigga
it,
will leave wild paper
sneak,
trails on that joke.
sneaking into a dude's bedroom while he's sleeping
Huh?
and then telling him let it happen It's
Come on,
crazy.
man. It's crazy.
Hey
Well,
yo.
it's hard. It's hard for me to understand what really happened because it sounded like Homeboy was really hurt when his man ain't walking to Chipotle.
Huh?
Homeboys in outer space.
Hey yo.
Yo.
Chill, bro. That's
Nah,
Oh,
when
y'all
his
ain't never seen
What is
Homeboys in
going
outer
on?
space. Y'all niggas too
no,
good for that.
I
I
never
saw
seen
Homeboys
that.
in Outer
that's a
Space.
that's a
That was the
movie.
Wayans
I ain't
brothers.
never seen
That's a
that shit
movie.
before.
It's the
I
Wayans.
thought
It
you
was the
were
Wayans
making
brothers
that up.
TV
I thought
show.
you were making that up. To be honest with you.
No,
I hope
But
so.
yeah,
Nah,
it
it's
was,
real.
it was
It's
a,
so
it
real.
was a
But
TV show.
what's it called? Nah, that dude. I don't know what happened to him.
Ron from a different world was in it.
Okay.
And
Radical
Flex
Jack,
Alexander, I think, is in it.
can you give us a brief breakdown on the Marvelous movie that which obviously should be
Are you talking about
nominated,
Straw?
which obviously should be nominated for an Academy Award.
The straw that broke the camel's back, or the straw that broke the black
The
woman's
straw
back?
that broke that
What
white
title?
man's back.
Mm.
Nah. So Straw is a film by gay, undercover gay director slash producer slash movie
Is he undercover?
mogul Tyler Perry. Yeah,
Homeboys
he's still
undercover
undercover until he admits it. So
undercover brother.
What them text messages say? I thought that shit seemed gay as hell to
the
me.
text messages. So the text messages said, I've seen a few of them. I know one was like, Buddy was like, "Oh yeah, nice view" or something like that. He's like, "Nice view. You don't see this big strong man. You're not gonna
Wow.
compliment me." Like,
Wow.
Yo.
this nigga Tyler
Hey,
gay as hell.
yo.
Oh
He
wow.
gay as hell.
Sir.
That man said you looking thick in them jeans, and my man said
Hey,
I don't wear no
all
jeans
that.
if I can't fill them out. Like
What?
That's
Whoa.
that's
Where's
Yo.
going in the box?
hey
Flagrant
Sir.
dog.
thing. That shit
Hey
flagrant,
dog. He
man.
Sir.
That's
said
flagrant.
he said he was a thick
Exit the
baby like Cardi.
facility.
yeah, that's what he said. Thick baby. That's what he said.
Thick baby
Hey,
dog
That's
like Cardi.
yo.
crazy.
It's getting out of
That
control.
Like
is
for you to have
crazy.
the audacity to put that in a text message, that makes you really gay for real. Like that's crazy.
He's been gay. The
Like that
fact that
wasn't
he
even like a
tried to
vanity.
act
Like,
like a
he didn't
straight
throw that shit in the
man.
vanity zone. Like he threw that shit on a real text message that really can be traced.
No.
That's
Have you
why I
ever
said I knew it
seen?
was over when Homeboy's man didn't walk to Chipotle with him.
Have you
I'm
seen?
fucking weak, dog.
Have y'all seen that movie? Why Did I Get Married?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Did you see how hard it was to believe that Tyler Perry was married to a woman?
Yes,
Sure.
exactly.
But get to the breakdown of the movie though, because I'm almost done with my
Yeah,
cooking.
let's get with
And
this
I'm gonna get
straw
out the
Oh,
way.
thing.
okay.
Tell me about
My
straw.
bad, Rez. These niggas want to
Because
talk
Lethal
about
said,
college
hold up real
basketball
quick,
players that didn't matter. So my bad.
just to prime you
Uh,
up, Jack, just to prime you up. Pause.
Pause.
Lethal said
pump me up,
that Taraji's acting was the chef's kiss.
That's what he thinks. The
lethal.
chef's kiss. He was kissing chefs.
Lethal, stop smoking whatever you're
He
smoking.
was giving chefs.
He was
That
kissing
man
chefs during that
said,
movie.
"Okay,
Her
first of all,
eyebrows were the paid actor.
Lethal said, find me a chef to kiss
oh
after this
How
movie.
shit,
about with a pay actor? Oh shit.
oh
Cause no, if it's one
man,
thing about a Tyler Perry movie, he gonna put a wild wig or a wild hairpiece on somebody. And this
Oh
time
show.
it was the
Jesus."
It was
eyebrows.
a paid actor.
Hey guys. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge
All
Farm
right.
always remembers.
Hey, all right.
Where's
So
that
so
bread,
Yeah.
Brad?
straw is a film about a
Top
black
top
woman who
sliced
is
hot dog buns.
Oh, I'll wait.
No, I'll just tell him top. He had some kind of bread, top slice, hot dog buns, Pepperidge
Hey
Farm.
Tyler,
No,
hey, let me
I
tell you
was
something.
saying, where's that bread, Brad?
Taraji couldn't afford that bread in this movie. Uh,
Damn.
get down.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. Where's the bread, Brad?
The
Don't
bread.
try and fake Alzheimer's.
All right. So Taraji, she
Alzheimer's.
tried to cash this check,
So,
right?
so this film is about a black woman who's down and out. She's just having a very bad day. That's what it really is. She's having a very bad day,
Is
and
it that what it really is?
she ends up in a police situation, um, unbeknownst to her, because the day just got worse and worse. So, anybody that's listening to this, if you give a fuck about that movie and you don't want spoilers, leave now. Anyway, so the movie starts off with Taraji dropping off her daughter. We wake up, we see her. She's a loving black mom in a
A
black
black mom.
neighborhood, in a black apartment building with a black manager at the apartment building. Um, she's
Who's
got a
waking
old
up
90.
screaming?
She's got a 97 Honda Civic that gets her
Damn,
around and
bro,
all
you're
that
gonna
stuff.
fry the whip? That's insane, Jack.
I didn't fry it. I said it's a 97 Honda
It's a
Civic. That's what
97
it
Honda
is.
Civic. What's wrong with that? You
So
the one
she's
who
driving
insinuated
that.
something.
She's driving the whip around to drop her daughter off. When she drops her daughter off, the teacher looks at her a little weird, like, the hell? You know, you looking at her like, damn, the teacher don't respect the mom. So after that, then
Nobody
Taraji has to
respects the
go to
mom.
she has to go to work. So she gets to her job, and her job is a black
She
grocery
works at
store
a
in a black
Wegmans.
neighborhood. You know, with a black manager and all black shoppers. There are no white people in this film except for the police. So she
This is crazy.
so she goes to work, and while she's working at this all black shopathon, her black boss comes in there and he says, "What the fuck? Where the fuck you been? We've
Immediately
been
starts
waiting on you
berating
all
her.
goddamn day, and you
His
got
greeting?
us running behind." Her
That's
black
his greeting?
boss,
Yes.
yeah, that's his greeting. Not
Okay.
But
good morning,
but he
how you doing?
screamed at Shorty
Where the
though.
where the fuck you been? You got
Glenn
us
Turman too.
behind. Somebody called in, and now your ass got a feeling. Like that's how he's talking to her
That's
at
crazy.
work
Like off the
in
rip,
front of
dog.
people.
In front of customers too.
You know, this is
There's
the
customers in the
believable.
building. He's doing
Yes,
this.
there's customers. There's a line full of customers.
Oh,
And
That's
she's just getting cussed
crazy.
out by her boss, and it's totally okay because that
Yeah, I'm
happens
never
in real
watching this.
life.
Like
No, it's
nobody's
bad, dog.
intervening. Nobody
I'm
says,
never
"Oh, are
watching
you
this.
okay?"
So then,
Nobody says anything. Like,
so then she starts to work, right? She immediately starts working, even though she's tired. You know, we don't give a fuck about that because, you know, like you said, she's a black woman struggling, and you know she's got to push through. So she gets to work after she's fucking assaulted by her boss.
Jesus.
And then what happens? She's in line, and a black lady's trying to buy stuff with her WIC card. She's trying to use it like it's a regular money. So Taraji says, "Hey, ma'am, you can get these items, but you can't get these because these aren't food items." And of course, the black customer is like, "Bitch, the other people let me do it. Why the fuck can't you?" And Taraji was just like, "Well, ma'am, I'm sorry. That's not company policy. This dumb bitch don't know what she talking about.
Jesus.
We out." So she leaves, and then what
Yeah.
does her husband do?
fucking
He
throws.
takes a beer bottle and throws it at her feet in the store, and nobody says anything.
Nobody says a word.
They're just
He
like, all
takes
right.
her
Crazy.
fucking
So Tyler
Heineken
Perry
bottle.
just basically remade the Rob Zombie Halloween movies when all else fails, just keep cussing.
Bro,
Like, bro,
no, these
That's
niggas,
crazy.
no, this dude throws a beer bottle and cracks it at this lady's feet
A
in
whole
a
beer bottle.
store with a line full of people, mainly black women, and nobody says anything about him
nobody
throwing his
said a
bottle.
word.
They're all
So,
like,
so is that the
yeah,
dude that she
yeah.
killed?
No.
They're like, no, the lady and the lady behind them is like, yeah, this bitch need to hurry up. That's right, throw that bottle. Now,
I'm
all
like,
of
what
us
the
know
fuck?
damn well that would never happen.
The
As
fuck
soon as he
No,
would
it
have threw that
wouldn't.
bottle, and
Never.
all three of the people in that line would have been like, "What the fuck you got going on?" Like,
Right.
I need y'all to get
Word,
y'all
are
life
you
together
good, bro?
watching this shit.
and honestly, when her boss was talking to her, the customers would have been like, "Why the fuck you talking to this lady like this?"
Hey, bro. Yeah, chill the fuck out, dog.
Like, so we
Nigga, we
fast
work at a
forward.
wake.
You are
We
doing a
fast forward
lot,
to
Piggly
that.
sir.
Wigglies, nigga.
You are
So we
doing a
fast
lot,
forward.
sir.
We fast forward. The school calls and tells her that her daughter is being picked up by CPS because she keeps saying that she's hungry, and CPS believes that she is being malnourished at home. So Taraji has to leave work because she's the only parent because black
Yeah,
men
Black
don't
we don't
take
man.
need
care
no
of their
black
It's black
kids.
father.
man.
Yeah,
It's black man,
So
right? Yeah.
and she has no support system whatsoever. So absolutely nobody can pick this girl up because it's just her in this movie by herself. So we go and she has to leave. So she tells her boss, "I have to get my daughter. She's they're trying to she's having an issue at school." And her boss, because he doesn't give a fuck about anything,
Clearly.
because he's a hard black man, is like, "I don't give a fuck about that. You need to be working." She's like, "It's my daughter, please. I don't give a fuck who it is. You got 30 minutes, and you better be back. You better be back in 30 minutes, or that's your ass." And then she
What's he gonna
leaves.
do? Punch her?
Yeah, I don't know. So she leaves, and it is
His fist was
raining.
balled up.
It is like hurricane season as soon as she goes outside. So she gets in the car. She
No, this
drives
movie's
to the
wild.
school.
Why didn't you just call it
She
Murphy's Law?
Look, she drives to the school. She gets to the
Lemony
school.
Snicket's the
Her
movie.
daughter is being taken actively as she walks into the school talking to the principal. You know how I do. You know I take care of her. Ma'am. The daughter's
That's
on the
when
other
Lethal got
side.
turned on. He was like, "Look at this acting."
Help me. And
That's what they
Taraji's
give
like,
giving an amazing
Wait,
rating.
this when you went to get the
no.
chef?
So now you got the lady taking the kid, and Taraji has to give her daughter medicine because her daughter has panic attacks. And the CPS lady is like, nah, let's go. Taraji is screaming, my daughter needs her medicine. And the CPS lady's like, nah, we gotta go. So they just take the girl without
Okay.
getting her medicine
Okay.
because that's the whole goal of CPS.
That is crazy.
Word. No, it's too late. You should have gave her the
All
medicine.
right, hold on. Who did she kill?
Why didn't you give her the
we're not.
medicine when she was hungry?
Hey, we're still going. This is
Oh,
this is
okay.
not.
We're
This
not
is not
there
the
yet.
end.
We're not there yet.
This is not even half into the movie. This is like the first 20 minutes.
This is
So is this
crazy.
when she goes? Is this when she goes to cash the checks now?
Nope. So now we're going back to work because she has her 30 minutes to get
Oh,
back,
shit,
even though she
yeah.
just dealt with this traumatic experience with her child. So what happens on the way back to the store? In the rain, in hurricane rain, she gets cut off by a Camaro. She gets back in front of the Camaro. The Camaro is a white man. He looks over. You stupid bitch, you're gonna learn today. So
Man, she was
he
a lot of
drives.
bitches in this movie.
Yeah, she is a
Bruh,
bitch
for
in
real.
the whole film. The whole film, she's nothing but a bitch. So he drives up, fishtails her car in the middle of the day in hurricane rain. Nobody
Just-
Broad
stops
it
to
daylight.
drives
help
off,
her.
right?
Hit
Drives
maneuvers
off,
her
right?
in the middle of the street.
Nobody helps her. No, Rez. Nobody. No. He doesn't drive off. He pulls up right next to her, reminding her how much of a stupid bitch she is. And there's a cop that comes up, and guess what? The cop is a white lady, and who's in the car in the Camaro that fishtailed her? Her
husband.
boss, the bigger
Oh.
cop. So the lady gets out the car, asks Taraji for her license and registration, which we know her black ass ain't got, because she's a poor black lady in a poor black town.
And a
So
bitch.
the lady's like, ma'am, I don't know what to tell you, but well, first the cop asked her, "Are you okay?" Because she's facing the wrong way in the flow of traffic. So Taraji's like, "Yes, this man just hit my car," and the cop gets out. He's like, "Yo, you need to arrest this bitch. She driving crazy. Blah blah blah." Yeah. And this white cop, the whole time that the other cop is talking to her, he has no uniform on. He's off duty, and he's telling Taraji, "I'm going to find a legal way to kill you."
Oh wow.
These are his exact words.
Rez, you
This
ain't
is
seen the
broad
movie
daylight.
yet? Wait,
I
Rez,
would
you ain't
never
all of this
watch that,
because
dog.
of road
I
rage.
would
This
never
is
watch that
literally a
movie.
road rage incident.
No, we don't watch Tyler Perry, Lethal. This is not our bag.
It's not.
No, this
It's
is
a
not
thing.
what
You
I do
still
with my
need
So
time.
to. Still
so
need
he
to
tells
watch
her,
it to
he
watch it.
says, "I just want to let you know, if I ever fucking see you again, I'ma legally kill you." And then he leaves. So Taraji gets her car towed. No, she didn't get her car towed. She decides not to tow the car. The lady's like, "I'm not gonna tow your car, but you got to get out of here. But I got to give you a ticket." And Taraji's like, "I can't afford a ticket right now." She's like, "I have to, or do you want me to call him back?" Like, where's the girl's girl? Doesn't exist. Anyway, so now Taraji gets back to work, and this is all within her little 30 minutes. So she
Zach
gets,
is crazy. He is dying.
so she gets
So she
back to
obviously
work.
didn't get back to work within 30
So she
minutes.
gets back to work, drenched in rain. I mean, drenched, just wet. What's up? Journey, I don't know where mommy is. Go find her. She's not in the room. Go find her. I don't know where she is.
Don't interrupt my movie review.
So she gets out the car. She's drenched in rain because of course she got pulled out of her car when the cop came up to her. So she's just drenched. She gets to the store. What does her black owner that's concerned about this black woman say? "Bitch, why you all wet? You got the water dripping all through my store. You done came back late. God damn it. You know what? Fuck this. You fired, bitch. You fired." So that's what he does to her because that's how we talk to people apparently in everyday life. So she gets fired, and then of course she's begging and pleading, "I need my check." Oh,
Oh, so this is when she goes to the bank.
yeah. I need my check. I need my check. I gotta pay my rent. I gotta pay my rent. So she she gets her. Oh no, the boss tells her that he's not gonna give her the check. He said, "You can get it in the mail. You can get it in the mail." So what does she do? She goes across the street to the bank and asks them if they can give her a loan.
Hmm.
So she gets to the bank and they're like, unfortunately, blah blah
Wait,
blah,
what?
we can't. Yeah, she went to the bank to get a loan because her boss wouldn't give her the check.
She just walked up in Bank of America and was like,
And
"Yo,
then
can I get
nah,
$1,000?"
this was Bank of Oak Street. So she went over
That's
there.
crazy.
It was like a
So when
local credit union.
and so she leaves that bank, and then in between that, she goes back to her apartment because she's got to get her baby's medicine because her baby's being held at CPS. She gets to her apartment, and when she gets to her apartment, all of her shit is in the street. And her black ass apartment manager is like, "Yeah, we got your ass now, bitch. You gonna pay me my money? I told you your shit was gonna be outside." And so now all
Is this
her
another
stuff
black
is out.
man?
All right, now
No,
time
this is a
out,
black
time out.
woman.
Before you go any further, why at this point did y'all not turn the movie off?
Dog, I
Bruh.
this motherfucker crying
Bruh.
laughing. Why? I just, yo, me and
Bruh.
my friend was lying. We was laughing like I went and got an L. I said, oh, this shit is good, yo. Tyler is a good
I
this
ain't
nigga
gonna lie.
good.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I had the same sentiment as Mike, dog. I was dying. I thought this shit was so bad. I was like, this nigga really made this.
And I
Like,
ain't gonna lie to
he's
y'all.
richer. Like, what I
Black
think about
is
is
getting
this
the
nigga's
project
richer than me.
you're gonna have ever, dog. Like this, he give you exactly certain details in certain tones. That's why
Like,
this shit is fucking hilarious.
You gonna
'Cause
pay me, bitch.
that lady waiting to throw her ass out. That's what made it so fucking hilarious. Yo.
oh my god. Alexa, turn thermostat to 71.
She been
So
waiting for that
gross.
lady to do some shit. She meant that shit. I'm like, get your
Yo,
ass. I got you out the motherfucker, all your shit outside. That's right. Goddamn. I was like, yeah, she waited on that shit.
yeah, so she got all her stuff out, and then and then Taraji, in Lethal's prime example of chef's kiss acting, Taraji's like, "Why would you do this to me?
So she killed the landlord.
No, no, there's no death yet. Why would you do this to me? You see me, you see my daughter, you see
I feel
how I
like
take
I
care
feel
of her.
like this
It's
is an
just me."
episode of How I Met Your Father. Tell me who she killed, damn it.
So she's out there. Taraji finds her daughter's backpack, puts
Okay.
in one of her science experiments and her daughter's medicine, and then we zooming back to save the day. But you know what? I'm a tough bitch, and I done had a bad day, and I'm fed up. You know what? I'm going back to work, and that nigga gonna give me my check. So she goes back to work because she's a boss, and she's sick of it, and you gonna respect her. So she
Okay.
goes in there, and what's her name? Janaya? Some ghetto
Yeah,
shit like that. Yeah, so
Damn
Janaya
ghetto
goes
though.
in. Janaya goes. Would you name your daughter Janaya?
No.
All right. So she goes in there and she talks to her boss, and she's like, "I need my check. I need my check.
Where's
I
the
gotta. I
straws?
gotta pay my landlord lady. I need my check." What happens while he's talking to her? Bitch, I don't give a fuck about your check. You should have made the right decision before you came in here. Now,
Damn.
your ass gotta wait. And in the middle of him doing all that, this lovely young black man comes in and he's like, hey, how y'all doing? How you doing, Janaya? Oh, click clack pow. It's time to get robbed. So now Jania's sitting there like, Lord, what am I doing to deserve this? In the chef's kiss acting. And black man is just like, what the fuck? What y'all niggas doing in here? Oh, you know what? Janaya, your ass done set me up. How the fuck they know where I'm at and how they know your name? So So Janaya is fighting with this dude, like, no, I gotta get this check to save my baby. So she grabs a gun, and Buddy gets shot with her wrestling over the gun with him. And then her boss sees her shoot this dude. He continues to, you bitch, you set me up. I'm calling the police. Your ass is going to jail. You ain't never gonna see your daughter again, you bitch. And then Taraji, in the midst of anger, is like, no, don't call the cops. I didn't set you up. Why would you? Whoa, bow.
And Lethal
Shot
was
him.
like, "There goes my baby."
Shot him. So she killed her boss. There's the kill that you wanted, 2-5. There's 2 deaths so far. She killed her boss, and then with in the midst of her killing her boss, because she's an honorable woman, she takes her check and leaves all the money on the table. This is all recorded on camera, et cetera, right? So now the police are ready. Now we got the cops involved. Now, the 2 white police pulled her over, but there's 2 black police working on her case. Great writing. Fantastic writing. So we got one black dude that's an Uncle Tom, and then we got Tiana Taylor, which is I only understand a black woman's struggle. So
Did she end
she's
up taking
going
somebody's
through.
money in this movie?
No, she never takes
Never mind.
anybody's money. So she gets her check, and her check has blood on it because obviously we shot 2 niggas. She goes to the bank across the street, and she's in there. She has the gun in her hand the whole time, by the way. So she goes to the bank across the street. Her car don't start, so she got to walk over there in anger and rage because now her car don't start. And then, yeah, she got pulled over. Remember? And then when she got back to work, she tried to start it, and it was kick, 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 kick. And then she had to take the gun, and she went across the street to cash her check. So she goes to cash the check, and then oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Hey, I'm lying. They took her car and gave her ass a ticket. That's why she was drenched. Yeah, that's why she was drenched in the rain so bad.
You know what I'm saying? I like
Yeah.
the secondhand account going on here.
Yeah, no, we already passed all that. Yeah, no, we passed that part with that ridiculous ass scene. I'm gonna fucking kill you in a legal way. Crazy.
Yeah, that
So-
was insane. On the
So
body cam.
now, so look, so she tried to start her car earlier in the movie, and that's the scene that I'm thinking of. But yeah, by that time she was already robbed and all that kind of stuff. She goes across the street to the bank. She goes to the counter, and she's like, "Oh, good morning," blah blah. Sherry Shepherd sees her. Hey, how you doing, Janaya? You know, they're best friends. So, Janaya goes up to the counter, and she's like, "I don't have." Oh, the bank was closed, but Sherry Shepherd told told the security guard, "Hey, go ahead and let her in, cause she's a good girl." So she comes in with her check. She goes to the counter with a gun in her hand and tells old girl, "Hey, cash this check." And she's banging the gun. She's banging the gun on the on the counter, and the girl is looking at her like, "Oh my God!" And she's like, "What you scared for?" As she has a gun in her hand.
And then Lethal lit up blunt number 4 right there.
She
Lock-
said, "What are
locked
you scared
in.
for?
We locked
Why
in
y'all
at
acting
this point.
scared? Just cash my check." So the girl obviously is cashing her check, right? Well, first she said, "I need an ID" and all this other stuff. And that's when Taraji was like, "I ain't got no ID. You know who I am. Cash my check. I just need to cash my check." So Sherry Shepherd comes over there, sees she's got a gun, and she's like, "Just cash her check. It's okay." Sherry Shepherd goes, calls the police, sees the science experiment in her backpack, and she's like, "Oh my God, she has a bomb."
That was what got me. The bomb just got me. I said, "What the fuck?"
So now you have a bank robbery. Wait, first you have a store robbery gone wrong, a murder. Then you got a bank robbery in progress. Now has turned into a bomb threat and a hostage situation in the span of 15 minutes.
Wait, what? You said a bomb? Oh no, dog. Oh no, dog.
Bomb, dog.
No, dog. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I don't reach that goddamn
Hey.
1 hour and 14-minute mark, bruh.
Hey, hold on real quick. While we talking about bombs, while we talking about bombs real quick.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? Cups. When you gonna put together this hot box remix, bombs over
Wait.
Tehran.
Wait, hold on, because Rez gotta
No.
go. Hold on, Rez. Let me speed through the rest of this real quick. All right, so they get the bomb threat. Speed. So what happens is the cops get there. The black cop, the whole time they've been doing the investigation, the black cop does not believe in Taraji at all. He's like, yeah, she easily did this. She definitely murdered these people, and she's definitely a Looney Tune, and we need to lock her ass up. That's it. That's his story. Plain and simple. She's a she's a murderer, and she needs to go to jail. Tiana Taylor's like, nah, fool. You obviously don't know how a black woman functions.
She ain't
I've been
say
a
that.
single mom.
She said, "Nah, fool," like that.
Nah, she didn't say nah, fool.
Okay.
But
She wasn't saying that. Like, you know what you're talking about. I know.
she
Was
was
that turkey?
she was
Is that
insinuating.
turkey?
She definitely
So-
gave off no fool vibes though. I'm not gonna lie. Like
So
the whole
she
the
said-
whole movie, no fool, like could have been her only line, and you would have
And it
felt
would've worked.
like, and it would have made sense. It would have made
So
sense.
she was like
But
so
she
she
was
was
just-
like the female Mr. T.
Yeah, she just knew. She knew the black woman's plight, man. She just knew all of it. She just like, you don't know what it's like. She reminds me of my mom. My mom didn't have nothing.
All right, so
Trust me.
real quick, hey Lethal. You know what I'm saying? Like how was Tiana Taylor's acting?
Oh man.
That shit was trash. Hers was trash. I ain't gonna cap. For real, bro.
That's wild.
I want to know again. Her hair was definitely a paid actor. In
Facts.
Wow.
Facts.
Wow.
All right, let's
No,
go.
her
What
hair
happened
was
next, Jack?
definitely that Drake was too crispy and straight, bro.
Yeah, her
That
wig
shit-
her
that
wig was
joint
absolutely
stiff in
terrible.
that joint.
Definitely a paid actor.
What happened next?
So
So the
anyway, so
bomb.
we fast forward to the
Black
ending of
woman.
all this.
Uh-huh.
So to the one of the bankers records Taraji on live, and Taraji's talking to Tiana Taylor as a hostage negotiator, and
Like
Taraji's
Facebook
telling
Live?
her what. Yes.
My God.
So all the people are watching Facebook Live around wherever Black Town they're at, and all these people magically come to the bank, and now it's free Janaya. Janaya doesn't deserve this. Her life has been rough. We need to help Janaya, right? In the midst of all this, now you have the bomb squad, the FBI, all these people involved. So at the end of the movie, they just want her to come out. And she's like, I can't come out because she saw that white cop was there that was on the that pulled her over earlier. That told her he was gonna kill her. So the whole time she's like, I'm not leaving until y'all get him out of here. So now the subplot of that whole scenario is Tiana Taylor finding the white cop that threatened her so they could get him out of there. So eventually she does find him. She punches him in the face, of course, because Black Power. And then what does Tyler Perry do? He still gives us a scene where Taraji gets murdered by the police. And then
She got taken
And then-
out.
yes, so she got murdered by the cops. They come in, they throw the smoke grenades. The SWAT comes from the comes from the roof, and they shoot her with with M4s,
Bro, they brought out the SWAT for Janaya.
bro.
Bro,
And
it
then
was
and then what
He had a
happens?
bomb, bro.
No, and what happens? We wake up, and
It was all a dream.
Taraji is still in the bank, and then her and Sherry Shepard walk out together.
Oh,
Turns
get it.
out,
All right.
It was a dream.
look, turns out, her daughter's been dead the whole time. Her mom is also somebody that was in her life, so her mom could have been helpful to go do a lot of shit and help her out. She knows her mom, so she's not by herself. Her daughter's dead, and that's the end of the movie. She gets arrested, and the movie ends.
So Rez.
Uh,
So Rez, I gotta ask you, since we're talking about dreams now, do you think
You're not
that
gonna
Jay really had a dream and B.I. said, Hove, remind yourself,
Design yourself. Nobody built
you,
like you.
designed
You designed yourself. I agree. I said my one of a kind self gets stoned every day like Jesus did.
You think Big really told Jay that in the dream?
I think Big did though. I think Big did. Because if not, where would that song have come from? And even if it didn't, that's just a fly lie to tell. My
So,
one of a
Mike,
kind self.
Bro, speaking of fly lines to tell, hey, Cowboy Mike, man. I know we definitely talked about. I brought this up to Reds in 2-5, man. How do you feel about Capo in his comments that he made comparing himself
Do
Hey,
not bark up that
to
tree. That tree will fall on you.
Yo, what? For one, again, he was on the clickbait shit. I
He
think I think
was.
I think that Joe Jadakiss shit is trash. Uh, Fat Joe is a piece of fucking shit. They about to put the rape charges on cuz. Get him up
They
out of
what
are.
here.
happened?
They
What
are.
happened?
It's apparently he was fooling with little girls and shit. And like one of
Now
his like
his former hype man.
yeah, hype man came out and said he was
Yeah.
fooling with little girls and shit, buying girls BBLs at 15 years old. He's a
Joe Budden
weirdo.
type man?
He tried to shit on our culture
Fat
and say we
Joe's.
wasn't shit. So like I don't fuck with Fat Joe. Kiss my fucking ass. So
John
um
Cartagena, bro.
I
Oh,
think Jim Jones built some clickbait shit. I think the whole Cameron him and beefing and shit was just probably for him to sell records. I don't really believe he think he's better than Nas. Like that shit is insane. Like I don't even entertain it. And I fuck with Jim, but I think Jim just trying to just stay relevant
okay.
out here.
Can you
He's
go get me
trying to
some
keep his
ketchup?
name going. Cause like again, you mentioning Styles P and shit. Like nigga, come on, my nigga. Like then the
Well,
next
I
one you
will.
look at Nas. Like come on, man. All right, we
Well, I
get it.
will.
You
Well, I will tell you, as a as opposed to our conversation the other day, I bet you Casanet know who Jim Jones is.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
Mm.
he been everywhere.
That's because Jim Jones be in the
Yeah,
media though. Wale
yeah,
don't be in the
Well,
media
no,
yeah,
like
that's
why
that.
don't
because
he
Jim
want
Jones
shit?
At
made
all.
ballin'.
But he made Thriller. Like Jim Jones is like, I swear, like you ever see somebody and you're like, you just doing the wrong thing. Like Jim Jones would have killed it as a comedian. Like between him and Cameron,
Mm,
those some funny dudes, man.
Or Weatherman.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
look,
feel you.
so Cups,
So,
I'm
what?
I think
gonna
it's
have to
clickbait.
finish the
I think
Tyler
he was
Perry
trying to
roast
just stay
later on.
relevant because,
I
like,
got to
like
get
I
off.
mean, yeah, he already beat with Nas one time.
All right, yeah, we about to put
It's
Well,
this
that's
not the
pin
why I
first
in
said,
that.
like, I
time.
don't know how those dudes are alive after they said the things to Nas that they said in the first place.
I agree. Like, you just smacking Scoopy, y'all. I'm like, nigga, I remember Nas addressing it like he was like, yeah, I respect Jim as a hustler, but like, come on, man, it's like me getting in the booth and really trying to like, what I'm gonna say,
No,
like that's really
Cam told
matter
that
to the
man,
culture.
I will take your daughter, R. Kelly, have my way with her face.
Yeah,
And
insane.
Destiny was still like a teenager then. That
Yeah,
wasn't
she's still
even grown
young.
as Destiny.
Nah, she wasn't.
Yeah.
They was going
Yeah.
crazy about. They
They
went. They
would
went wild.
die. Romeo must die. But
Crazy.
um, but hey, real quick, since we here talking about crazy shit, so Rez and Mike, the US done bombed them Iranian sites now, huh?
I seen.
Mhm.
I knew this. I knew
Yeah.
this was already coming though. I seen this coming.
So here's a
Yeah.
question. Hold up, real quick. Here's a question, and this is straight out the lethal bag. You ready, lethal? All right, here we go. Straight out the lethal bag. How much of this stuff, when these things happen, are you like, damn, this is kind of scary? Or do you take the other side where you're like, it was written, this shit's supposed to happen?
So I'll say it like this. So 2000, the year 2000, I decided to join the army. I went to the army. That was a peacetime army. We hadn't had any new major wars since Operation Iraqi Freedom. In in no Operation Desert Storm. Operation Desert Storm in the '90s, in the mid '90s.
Okay.
My dad went that
And
one too.
which was a very short war. That full war, like we actually got everything done like 3 weeks. Like the entirety of Operation like Desert Storm. But I went in the Army in 2000. I enrolled in 2000, enlisted in 2000. I'm actually ended up going to basic training in 2001. While I'm in AIT, what you looking for? While I was in AIT, 9/11 happened and the world changed. So here we are. We haven't had any wars since Operation Afghanistan, Afghan freedom, and Iraqi freedom. And we finally got out of Afghanistan. My kids go in. Now my daughter's in Guam in the Air Force, and now this happens. And so my first thought is pray for the truth. That's my first thought. because this war is not going to be fought on U.S. soil, which means that the satellite spaces are really where the danger is going to come. 25 sent me a video a couple days ago of the Iranian dictator or leader or whatever they want to call him,
The Ayatollah.
Ayatollah, talking about the fact that he can reach U.S. territories quicker than he can reach Israel. He said within 2 minutes he can launch a rocket that could get to U.S. bases before they even, because there's no missile defense system in those bases. He also talked about the ships. But one of those bases he mentioned was Diego Garcia, which is where my daughter's stationed. You got a Diego Garcia? Where's she
Diego
at?
Garcia.
She's in Guam, but isn't
Diego Garcia is the name of it. Well,
where
Guam has Anderson.
Anderson? So she's Anderson, not Diego Garcia. But Diego Garcia is a base that he mentioned. Which is that San Diego?
No. This is an island. This is just an island out in the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, he said the island of the Pacific Ocean. I think Diego Garcia is near Guam. We just look it up. But that's where my thought goes to the fact that
Let's see. I'm gonna look.
as long as that's a thing, it's going to be a thing.
All right, real quick. It's in the Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean, not Pacific Ocean. Okay, good. But that's going to be easy for them to get to, which means that. And he also said that he said if y'all bomb us, be prepared to have 50,000 caskets for your soldiers.
He did say that.
Like, so no, can Iran stand against us on their own? No, they can't. But Iran doesn't stand alone. Iran has Russia. Iran will have Korea. Iran will have
China.
Iran will have Brazil.
Maybe India.
So like that's something that's a real thing. And World War III will not end well for any of us. So the prayer would be that cooler heads would prevail and we could find peace before we get to violence. But when we bomb people, when you bomb somebody, when you attack somebody, you don't get to determine how they respond.
Mm-hmm.
So now we wait for the response. That's where my head is.
Okay, what you think, Mike? Testing 1 2 1 2.
Cowboy Mike, we still got you.
All right, what you thinking, Cups?
Y'all hear me?
Man,
Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, like my first thought, man, is definitely the truth for sure. But I don't want to get like to the conspiracy bag, but just for information purposes, like we have to think Iran is like one of the only few countries that's still running off their own central banking system. And like it's a list that came out recently that shows since 2001, we were in Afghanistan first, then we were in Iraq, then we had issues with South Sudan, then we had issues with Syria, then Libya, then Venezuela. Like a lot of the things that have been transpiring are centered around central banking, and these people they're not getting down and laying down. So I really think that the war with Iran is more or less about money than anything at this point. And that's the sad thing about it, is like I feel like every war that we've had has never been based off any merit. It's always been based off money. It's always been based off control. So that's my biggest thing is that it's so hurtful to me because you see a pattern with these people and how they attack these certain countries that don't want to participate in the central banking system. So that's why I'm just like, man, it's a lot of it's a big game that we think is like, oh, they just bombing them because they want to free certain people, they want to be on certain people's side. But a lot of it's a game to control money, control resources. So that's what my thoughts are. Like I said, I feel people that are in that position that have to go fight because it's not nothing you're really fighting for at this point. I don't think like like every war that's happened, like what are we really fighting for at this point?
For sure.
And I think that the BRICS joint was a showing the alliance on the other side. So every ally y'all name is a part of the BRICS joint. You know what I'm saying? So That's just my I know that probably wasn't like a popular thing to say, but that's what I really feel like is happening now. They're going after another country to say, hey, we're gonna control your banking system. We're gonna crush you, and we're gonna make sure that you follow our shit. It goes back to Jekyll Island, 1911. Like, and that's what was happening. Like the Titanic was basically the beginning of the banking system, and they've been literally doing this shit since that time frame.
So would you with some of the things that you said, would you draw a certain parallel to Libya?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at Libya. Like, look where they were at one point. Like, it's like Libya is like literally in slavery now, but that doesn't get talked about at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I study around the world, like globally, what goes on. Like, a lot of these countries are really starting to tighten up for a financial perspective. Just as far as their goal, protecting how they spend money and how these things are allocated. Because that's what it's really about. It's about global domination. That's why when people say, go move back to Africa, it's like, nigga, China owns Africa. Why would I want to move back there? Like, it's not in the certain areas you're still thriving, obviously. But the majority
of stuff here too.
Yeah. Big time. China they're trying their best to control resources, land, food, all those. That's why I'm so I'm advocate about niggas laugh about the Navy being shit, but because I understand how shit go. Like, once they control your food and your resources, they control your world. So I think America sold us out anyway a long time ago. I don't even think that we're operating as America because they don't believe that they can be sustained for this long. So that's why you had the depopulation. That's why you have the vaccine. You have a lot of things that counteract the American people. So again, I'm not going to a rabbit hole, but I just really feel like that a lot of it is based off that. It's about controlling resources and all that. Like, look at the Panama Canal that's been controlled. Like that, those things they knew what they were doing before this stuff started, because they know things are gonna get shut down where won't shit move. You think the tariffs and shit was a problem? Wait till niggas say, yeah, we're not shipping nothing over there. We're not giving you anything. Like, you got to fend for yourself.
See, this would be a perfect moment for Finance Ryan right here.
It would be.
Yeah, the Finance
On
Ryan.
that note, I got to get out of here, guys. Just wanted to say congratulations on a great career to John Bones Jones, if not the greatest, one of the greatest people that ever laced him up. And y'all already know what it is. Hopefully we can find tomorrow night. If not, you know what it is. Appreciate y'all, dogs.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, man. Y'all already know, dog. We don't reach that hour and a half minute mark in this here motherfucking hot box, dog. It's a Saturday impromptu smoke sesh. You already know I'm Stylephone Ralph. You can catch Cups in the Gang every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Catch us again tomorrow for the Sunday smoke service. You know, I have my dog in here on the ones and twos. He goes by many names, but we call him the one Mike Pod. My dog, DJ, Cowboy, Mike P, in this motherfucker, man. Dallas Mike, Dakota Mike. Throw the motherfucking foes up over your Mike in this bitch, man. You already know I got my dog, man. One half of Sports Reports as ordered 2-5. Mike Will representing live in the building. And you know I got my dog Bleed Blue for the shoot. Nap Nation, J Lethal, what it do, man? Hey, look, catch us tomorrow for the Sunday smoke service. Shout out to Taraji Henson. Hey, look, man, we rolling the windows down. We letting the smoke out. But above all else, man,
fuck Aaron Rodgers. Fuck Kevin Durant.
Fuck Kevin Durant.
Fuck Rudy Gobert.
Fuck Rudy Gobert. And as an honorable mention, fuck Tyler Perry.
Yeah, and fuck all them people that talk to Taraji like that in that movie.
Bro, fuck the whole straw movie.
Glenn Thurman was wilding, my nigga. Like, I couldn't even believe it.
That's nuts.
So yeah, man. Look, we rolling the windows down. I mean, we letting the